We are live. How's everybody doing this fine evening? Alan Roberts coming out here for Evening Rants. Mark is busy coaching the youth of America, trying to make it a better place for all of us, doing his part to make America healthy again and great again. So, what's up, motherfucker? I hope you're having a great evening. I'll be texting you in like 20 minutes. Well, about an hour, actually. So, today we got a lot to cover. The main topic is Iran bombs Israel, likely starting World War III. Fucking great. Great. I'm just going to say, this shit's got nothing to do with us. We should step the fuck out of it. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not speaking for Mark here. This is just my thoughts today. We have no business in being involved in any fucking thing. $36 trillion in debt, completely unhealthy population, and barely able to fucking take care of people that have been through a natural disaster. Like, we're all of a sudden going to come up with billions of fucking dollars for war, but we can't help the people in Appalachia that you are literally still cut off. Like, we've just been through an incredible natural disaster. And for those of you that do not watch, for alternative news media, if you're not watching TikTok or X or Rumble about what's going on there, if you're just watching the mainstream news, you would think that the storm happened and everything's okay and everything's good. Asheville is like completely disconnected from the fucking world right now. And it is amazing to me the normal suspects come out and are happy that people are dying. And by normal suspects, I do mean Democrats. It's fucking grotesque at this point. As a matter of fact, we might as well get started with these two fuckers right now. Because this is just not fucking acceptable. I don't even know how to explain what the fuck's going on with this shit. This little... try to be nice. Try to be nice. So these two horrible individuals. Let's watch this one real quick.
Counting down till MAGA Republicans in Florida become socialists. Begging for taxpayer handouts so they can rebuild. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, just so everybody understands, like, I know that she thinks she did something very fucking cute there, but you do realize that it is not 100% Republican. I'm going to say, first of all, if you are happy about the plight of people who got displaced or had their lives ruined by a hurricane, you're a super shitty fucking person, and I would want my wife to kick your fucking ass, because I'd never raise my hand to a woman ever, but my wife would stomp the fuck out of you. And I hope she would. I really fucking do. And by the way, if that's not a possibility, what's your husband's name, bitch? Because somebody deserves an ass kicking in your fucking household for that shit you just fucking said. People are just very fucking ridiculous. And this girl, by the way, has removed her entire social media presence because she's a dumb fuck.
So when I seen the hurricane hit North Carolina and Tennessee, the first thing I thought was, damn, there goes some racists. There we go. We got some gone. And then I just seen this video that, like, the area it hit is like sundown town after sundown town after sundown town.
You know, here's the thing. I was told that this stupid fucking idiot lives in Georgia. Like, people are looking for her. Like, they're literally fucking posting out where they think she lives. What fucking sundown towns are you talking about? For those of you that aren't familiar with me, my name is Alan Roberts. How the fuck are you? But I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right? I moved away when I was like in my early 20s, and I moved away and ended up down in South Carolina for a long time. Moved back to Pittsburgh for a little bit to help take care of some family that was not feeling well for several years. And then moved back down to Florida, and we live in the dirty South now. Like we're in the Panhandle area, like dirty, in the country. How I fucking like it. Away from all these stupid fucks. I can tell you straight the fuck up. Northern people are way more racist than Southern people. Way more. I don't know what you're painting a picture in your head because all you listen to is MSNBC and CNN, but Northern people are way the fuck more racist than Southern people. Everybody that lives in my area, I bet you I have everything from Mexican Honduran, black, Jamaican, white, like British. We have like just a melting pot of people down here who all just happen to like barbecue and bonfires. So I don't understand where people are getting this idea that the South is this incredibly racist area. I know that that's been the nice thing to paint, but I don't see it. And I've lived here a long fucking time. When I moved back up north, it was fucking eye-opening because people that I'd known my entire goddamn life, and I never suspected them of being racist, say the most racist fucking things without realizing it. They do this thing up north where they don't actually call black people. When they want to call it a derogatory term, they call them something else. Like in Pittsburgh, for a while, they called them Canadians. And I'm not joking. I'm sure you guys have seen the same fucking thing, right? There is literally not even a comparison with how racist people are from up north to down south. And north wins every time. It just so happens that the north is also way more liberal. And between Republicans and Democrats, the one that's more racist is easily fucking Democrats. Easily. And this is a person, I am a 90s Democrat. I have voted all over the political spectrum. All over. And I don't like any candidates. I want the fucking Constitution. I'm going to vote for who I think gives us the best chance to recover from the totalitarianism takeover that is happening. It's happening. But I can tell you straight the fuck up. This woman talking about sundown towns. What the fuck are you talking about? Sundown towns refer to a town where black people can't go out after sundown or they're going to get hung or something like that. That doesn't fucking happen. It's just the same thing like how we're talking about how like people make this huge thing. You would think that like school shootings are like a huge, like massive cause of death. It is ridiculous. Gun violence in of itself is a seriously small minority of people that die. If you take away suicides from gun deaths, there's only about 23,000 gun deaths in America in a fucking fiscal year. And a huge portion of those are by accident or other things. There's very few. And if you take out LA, New York, Miami, Memphis, Chicago, and I think San Francisco, if you take out their violent crime statistics, gun violence is almost non-goddamn fucking existent in America. It's this bullshit that these fucking people just let their brains rot with all this stupid bullshit. Like it's literally rot of the fucking brain. Rot of the fucking brain.
And they're just completely flattened and gone. And I was like, God's work.
Look at this
God's
fucking
work. So
I hope, and I mean this, I don't want anything violent to happen to any of these fucking people, although I would throw her fucking husband a beating, just because, again, that's me. But I don't want anything violent to happen to her at all. At all. I would never wish violence on a woman ever. I just hope she never knows a day of fucking peace ever again for stating that. So it's sundown town after sundown town. Oh, we killed a whole bunch of racists. You realize that Asheville is like East Portland, right? Like it is literally one of the most fucking woke liberal areas in the goddamn country is Asheville. That's how ignorant you fucking sound. Oh, a whole bunch of racists died. So, I'm going to tend to agree if you think that that's the case because, liberals are way more racist than conservatives. Way more. Way the fuck more. It's not even an argument. When you think that black people aren't smart enough to get IDs and therefore voter ID laws are racist, you're a fucking racist. When, it's next level fucking ridiculous. The racism of low expectations from the Democratic Party to black people is disgusting. And I'm happy to see that a lot of black people are waking up to the fact that they have literally been abusing you for decade upon decade upon decade upon decade, using you for your vote every 4 years and then doing nothing for you. As a fact, they're the ones that founded the KKK. It's insane that somehow people are so undereducated that they don't realize this shit. But this fucking shit, these fucking people celebrating, it's an ongoing tragedy. And again, I know people don't understand that, but it is an ongoing tragedy. People are dying right motherfucking now. People are shut off from the fucking world up there. There is a town called Chimney Rock Beautiful little town. This area, like my wife and I lived in northwestern South Carolina, the Pickens Easley area for quite a bit. And Hendersonville and Asheville are right up the fucking road, as well as some of these other places in Tennessee. We're right up the road. Beautiful fucking country. Amazing ass fucking people. The Appalachian people are one of the most diverse group of people ever. The only real thing that the Appalachian people have in common is they're poor. That's literally it. They're poor. Besides that, it's multicultural in ways that people cannot even fucking understand. Like, it is so insane that they would like accuse these people who have just been through this incredible fucking tragedy that is still ongoing. There are still, I don't even know how many missing people. People lost everything. Every bridge going into Asheville was wiped out. They were literally cut off from the fucking world. No power, no cell service, nothing. No way in, no way out. No water, no nothing. Like, they had tons of water, but none they could fucking drink. Some of these other towns, like Chimney Rock, Chimney Rock was a beautiful, cute little town. Just an amazing, cute little town. It's gone. It's wiped off the face of the fucking planet. And yet alone, we can't get the fucking president, quote unquote, or the vice president, quote unquote, because you got to put quotes after it if they were installed. They're not even going to fucking bother with these people. Biden's on record saying they've done everything that they can. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sure he's going to find money for bombs for Israel. I'm sure. We have no business being involved in that shit while this shit's going on in our fucking land. None. $36 trillion in debt, and we have literally Americans dying right now because they can't get fucking water, medical aid. They're using drones to drop in insulin to fucking diabetics. Are you fucking kidding me? Unacceptable. It is unacceptable for bitches like this and other fucking people to be celebrating the death of other Americans. This is the problem. If this is how we're going to be, then let's just fucking divvy this shit the fuck up. Right now. You guys can have fucking California and Canada. We'll take every motherfucking thing else. You know why? Because we're the ones with the guns, bitches. That's why. And it's going to get to that at some point in time unless people fucking start changing their shit. Because it's just out and out goddamn insane at this point. So here's the main topic story, by the way. The main topic story. Wow. So this is from our friend Malcolm Flex, sorry. With Israel set to invade Lebanon and Iran striking Israel, the Middle East is going hot very fast, I believe he meant to write. So I have a client that is in Beirut, and they've been carpet bombing. Israel's just been kind of carpet bombing Lebanon, like carpet bombing Beirut. They don't even care if they're hitting civilians, anything like that. And he sends me updates every single day, bro. You know, I'm talking about you. Stay safe, please, motherfucker. But he sends me, basically keeps sending shit. It's amazing how we will carpet bomb a country of people. Most of these, you know what my client does? He teaches fucking Pilates. It's not the people, right? It's the same thing. Like, we got a lot of people over here that because they don't like the Israeli government, that they're all of a sudden hating all fucking Jews, right? You realize that would be like us being judged by people around the world for what our government does and them wanting our death because of it. And if you know anything about actual U.S. history, that is a very dangerous fucking precedent to set, because we are not necessarily, I think that we are the land of the home and free and brave. Our government is a tyrannical piece of fucking garbage that is known for literally fucking with other countries, installing the leaders we want to have so we can get their goddamn resources. Reality exists, and that is fucking 100% true. But let's see what our friend Malcolm Flex has to say.
Involved in wider conflict. That's just me. So they're going ahead and getting way ahead of what's going to happen and what you're going to see on social media. I just want to first off say, we told you so. Many of us people who have been anti-war, anti-interventionalists have said, whatever is playing out there in the Middle East, we should only aid in the humanitarian part of things, but nothing further. We were right. At this point, you're going to see a larger war break out in the region because now Iran is getting involved, striking directly in Israel. That's not good. That's really not good, especially when you have a state that is essentially on the brink of achieving nuclear miniaturization. And they are right now fighting another state which also has nukes. I think a lot of people forget that Israel does have nuclear weapons. Belgium. But yeah, so this is not something we want to be involved in because, again, Iran is partnered with Russia, China, and a lot of other nations which aren't so fond of the United States interventionism and really won't look too fondly of this. And while I'm not saying that we should be afraid of any other country, we should not want a war where we don't even know who the freaking president is. When our supply chain is currently being held up by dock workers on strike, when you have half of the East Coast flooded and currently lacking humanitarian aid because we ain't got the money, or a government official with the cojones to say, hey, maybe we should stand up for our own citizens and not poke the bear or get involved in wider conflict. That's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
No, well, Malcolm, you are not crazy, sir. Very frankly, I completely echo this. We have way too many problems right now. We've got an entire area that needs our help getting rebuilt, rescuing people. We have a huge area of people, a huge area of people and land and stuff like that. And by the way, there is some weird shit going on with that, like how the government is not intervening, right? The government is literally not really helping the people from Asheville, Chimney Rock, and surrounding areas at all. And just to put this out there, that area has cobalt deposits and lithium deposits. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do something like, I don't know, make it so it's unfucking livable, claim eminent domain on a piece of property because it's unlivable, and then pay these people the price that their house would have been 5 fucking years ago and tell them to fuck off. But I am saying that that's a high possibility, especially when you put natural resources under the fucking ground, such as lithium and cobalt and shit like that they would need for superconductors and electric vehicles. So I'm going to say, for the record, that we, the American people, should make these people whole. Like, we should not send another dime of money to any fucking country. Like, if we're going to borrow money and go farther in debt, it should be for the people of this fucking country. Let's cut off all the like social assistance programs to the illegal immigrants that have come here and then start taking care of the people that are displaced from this historic, like once hopefully in a lifetime storm that fucked up this area of the country. Because this is not America. Our government is not working for us. Our government, in case you have not paid attention, our government is picking fights around the fucking world. I mean, it's picking fights around the world. We're wondering why Russia invaded Ukraine. If you look at it, it's because NATO was about to encroach upon them, and he warned everybody not to do that. We installed Zelensky, installed him. That dude is comedian. He's like, you can find it, like, he's an actor comedian. He's not a fucking world leader. He's not. There's video of him fucking joking around playing a piano with his dick. It's reality. But let's be fucking real. We install presidents that we want. Our government does these things. Not we, not me, because I don't approve of that shit. But our government does this shit. It's next level fucked up. Like next goddamn level fucked up. It's not sustainable at all. So we are not viewed as all that nice around the world. I can tell you this right now. Every client I have from a different country, besides Canada and the United States, is hoping Trump gets elected. And they're hoping, like, when they say elected, they will be very honest. They're hoping that Trump can beat the cheat. Everybody around the world realizes that the last election was stolen from Trump. It's not even like, it's a commonly accepted fact around the world that they cheated and took it away and stole from Trump. And that's why the world is destabilized. And they believe, most of the people around the world that I talk to, because I do have a global client list. Like, all my clients that I help with weight loss, I have clients everywhere from Japan and Russia to Canada, California, Hawaii, Beirut, like I said, England, Spain, France, Latin America, Honduras, Mexico. I have got clients from everywhere. And the one particular theme is that everybody realizes that the 2020 election was in fact rigged against Trump. It's a common theme. And we need to rectify what is going on in the world. We need to get out of the business of policing the world and start taking care of our fucking people. It's so weird that we're at this stage. Somebody in the chat said Ben Shapiro was full of glee today. Ben Shapiro was likely actually very happy that Israel was getting attacked, because that means war somehow. Like, Ben Shapiro is, I've been very open and honest about this. Ben Shapiro is controlled opposition. I've never seen anybody more in the bag for a different country besides America and claim that they're in it for America. It's really fucking disgusting. It really is. Anybody that wants war should go fight that motherfucker. But if you're some soft-handed little bitch who's probably never been in a physical altercation their entire life, maybe you should sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Because that's reality. So what else we got going on? And tonight, this isn't even... The fucked up thing is, the lead story should be that Tim Walz and JD Vance are going to debate tonight. Debate. I'm not going to stay on and cover it here, because I don't need to sit and watch another 3-on-1 and go play by play with it. I'm going to probably watch it, but I'm not going to give that much of a fuck about it, because it's a senseless, ridiculous, stupid debate that's being done for fucking views and shit like that. That's it. It's just being done for views and clicks and everything like that. I am a firm believer that everybody's mind is actually made the fuck up, because we are so dichotomous. We are such at different ends of the fucking spectrum. There are people that want everybody to, they want socialism. They absolutely just want socialism. They want everybody to give up their rights to the government and have the government be a nanny state and take care of you because they're weak ass fucking pieces of shit people that don't realize that socialism leads to communism and communism leads to mass death. And facts. It's just true, right? But on the other side, there's people that are super supportive of Trump and everything like that. But then there's people like me, where I want to be way freer than even Trump wants. There should be no government involvement in our freedom of speech. There should be no government involvement in our Second Amendment at all. The Second Amendment is to protect us from the government. The people that we have the Second Amendment to protect us from shouldn't decide how much of the Second Amendment we get to have. Get there fucking faster. God damn, you know? So we should have right to privacy. Like, we don't have privacy. Like, they can just spy on us. Thank you, Patriot Act, from something that was very clearly staged by the fucking United States government too. And I don't give a fuck if you call me a conspiracy theorist. Three steel structure frame buildings do not perfectly fall on their fucking imprints from fire. Don't insult my goddamn intelligence. If you want to be that stupid, be that stupid. But let's not pretend like building 7 fell down because of fire. No plane hit it, no nothing. But the building that had all of the records for the audit from the fucking $2.3 trillion that the Pentagon was missing somehow falls the fuck down. Oh my God, so shocked. The day after it's announced that they're missing $2.3 trillion. Get there faster, you dumb fucks. Like, everybody just get there faster. Like, the government's been fucking with us forever. We know It is like commonly accepted knowledge that there are many things about our government that are corrupt, right? It is commonly accepted that the CIA had something to do with the death of John F. Kennedy. Commonly accepted. Once you realize that realization, if they had any involvement in it at all, the entire federal government is corrupt. Because none of them were brought to justice. They all fucking know it. They have all the fucking secret files and all that bullshit. So the government's corrupt. The USDA, the USDA food pyramid, completely a gift to the big food and pharmaceutical industry, knowingly unhealthy. They actually went against the recommendations of people in the USDA before they even put that out. Completely corrupt. We all know it's widely accepted. The food pyramid is complete bullshit. But the USDA is a huge government agency that is in charge of our food. And we don't realize that they're so corrupt. That means the whole government in its entirety is corrupt, right? The CDC, completely corrupt, completely. What disease have they prevented? It's the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. They don't control or prevent shit. They control it. They just make the levels of chronic illness go up because that's what their fucking masters, the pharmaceutical industry, tells them to do. Get there faster. This is insane. We've got people literally starving to death, dying right now. Here's another clip. Here is another clip that my heart goes out to these people so fucking much. So fucking much.
Where's our government right now? Because, guys, that's North Carolina over there. I'm in Tennessee. And I just read and saw a video where they said that people and their whole beings were laying all over the ground. And the smell was, like, horrific. And nobody can get in there. Nobody's going over there. What is going on? Why isn't the government helping? This is worse than anybody even expected or even knows, because none of the news channels are even reporting on this except for like TikTok. That's it. What is going on? These people need help. They need help over North Carolina. They need the government to come in with the military. What is going on? Why aren't they helping? There is literally a stink happening because there's so things laying everywhere. I'm just so infuriated right now and angry, you guys. Where's the government? I mean, if the government really wanted to help, dude, there would be helicopters and military just everywhere. There's none. There's none. What is going on?
I mean, it's such an amazing point. I was thinking this before she even said it. The sky should be filled with helicopters. Like the sky that she was just pointing at should be filled with helicopters, filled with resupplies, medevac, the civil engineering corps. It should be filled with helicopters. There should be a mass operation going on right fucking now. And there is not. There is absolutely not. It is disgusting how this administration is leaving Americans to die. It is time. The tree of liberty needs watered. Get there faster. Holy shit, people. I don't even understand, like, it's so frustrating, people, because I really do wish that everybody could understand where we're coming from. I really wish everybody could understand when Mark and I get up here and we rant and yell, we try to have it be some comedy and humorous. We do. But there are certain things that are so frustrating, and times like this where there are mass casualties and there are still mass casualty events going on. It is a mass casualty event going on. If it was a school shooter, they would hide the school shooter's manifesto, but they would talk about it nonstop, and it would be guns, 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 for weeks. For weeks. But there is a mass casualty event still happening. Over 120 Americans have died from this, and they are still dying. And that is just a very preliminary account. There are thousands of people missing. Thousands of people missing. So that is a huge issue. this could end up killing as many people as 9/11. Like, you guys understand that, right? Because the dying's not over. The dying's not done. People are starving. People have no clean water. Like, wait till dysentery and shit like that starts setting in on these people. What the fuck? It's insane to me. Absolutely insane to me that we don't see a massive, massive recovery and rescue operation going on right now. The sky should be filled with helicopters, filled with them. It's ridiculous. But one more time, it's impossible. It is impossible to believe in any way that they are looking for, like, they want this to be resolved. It is almost like they are making these people suffer on purpose, which is very weird, by the way, because one more time, a huge portion of these people are Democrats. Like, Asheville is like 90% Democrat, and it's destroyed, and nobody's helping them. They were cut off from the world for days. I'm sure they're still pretty cut off, but it's kind of crazy to me that this is still going on. Again, my heart goes out to these people as more than I could possibly say to anybody, because this is tragedy. It's just unbelievably tragic. All right. So I'm going to call it an early evening, because I do want to get set up to watch this JD Vance debate. But I did want to cover, like, everybody, just like kind of the last word on this, right? I think that a lot of people have convinced themselves that we somehow help people around the world. Like, we have not been helping people around the world for a long time right now. And that saddens me to say, to a great degree. It saddens me, because we are not really helping people around the world. We are not our government. Like, I'm not saying we, the people, because that's another thing. There needs to be a very serious distinction between we, the people, and the United States federal government. It used to be that the United States federal government was a government for the people, by the people, of the people. That is not the case. And if you still think it is, you're fucking stupid. Stupid. It has not been that way for going on 80 years. Like, they just keep tightening down. They just keep taking more and more control over us. You better believe if we allow the cheat to happen again, First Amendment, gone. Second, this could very well be the last elections. And I know people say that all the time, but they're openly talking about restricting speech. Openly talking about it. The left is openly talking about making sure they can clamp down on misinformation. Like, motherfuckers, who are you to say anybody has misinformation? The government should be the last person to tell me I'm wrong after 2020. The last fucking person. When I was fucking batting 1,000 and they were wrong about goddamn nearly everything on purpose to control people and to crush small businesses, because that's what it was, and everybody fucking knows it. Admit it. It was a method to control the population and weaken the people. We just had 3.5 years or 3 years of being prosperous, and people were gaining assets. People were enjoying life. People were building wealth. People were investing in their own small businesses. And all of a sudden, we're going to, Trump enabled all this. And then all of a sudden, we need to destroy it over a fucking cold. Purposefully. The government should be the last people to tell any American citizen that they're speaking misinformation. First of all, we should not stop any fucking speech. If I am wrong, bring your data, I'll bring my data, and you can try to prove my ass wrong. And I said that the very fucking first time that I got marked for medical misinformation for something completely factual that is widely accepted now. And I can say that because that was like literally every fucking thing I said in 2020 and 2021. Literally every fucking thing I said. But we need to get to the point where we realize that our government is not of the people, by the people, for the people. That our government paints America in an extremely heinous light around the fucking world. That our government is facilitating the replacement of us through this illegal immigration. They're talking about pathway to citizenship for illegals. If you enter the country illegally, you should never be ever, you should never, ever be eligible to become a citizen. Ever. It should be immediate deportation, and you are never allowed to be a citizen or come back. Ever. That is like saying, like, somebody broke in my motherfucking house, and I'm just gonna, now that they're here, I'm gonna let them eat out of my refrigerator and decide if they get to stay. I'm gonna give them a pathway to be a roommate. Fuck that. Get the fuck out. We should be kicking all these people the fuck out. We should be closing our border. Any government that has an open border is not for the people of that country. Especially when they know they're letting in hundreds of thousands, like 600,000 criminals, including like 15,000 murderers and 14,000 rapists. Fuck that shit. We need to wake the fuck up, people. It's time to get there faster. Enjoy the debate. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope to see you all then. God damn. So everybody listen up. If you're anything like how I used to be, where you're terrified of the holiday/gluttony season, because once you start eating the carbs and the sugars that are involved with the festivities, you can't seem to say no. And the next thing you know, 4 months later, you've gained 10, 15, 20 extra pounds that you then struggle to get half of it off or even any of it off over the course of the next 8 months before the next gluttony season. We created Alchemy just for you. We teamed up with the Ambrosia Collective, and we created this glucose disposal supplement made up of 5 patented ingredients at clinically tested human doses, one of which is in C2. It is a seaweed extract, and it is absolutely amazing. In clinical trials, human clinical trials, it has been shown to help reverse prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. It helps raise HDL, lower LDL, lower triglycerides, lower your blood pressure. It has amazing effects on insulin sensitivity. So for those of you that have PCOS, this can give you an extra boost, and 1 in every 4 women has PCOS in our society today. So this will help you with your insulin sensitivity, not to mention that it helps take away the sugar demon. It just knocks it right off your shoulder. I get no sugar cravings when I take this twice a day, 2 capsules at a time. You should go to the Ambrosia Collective right now. Use the code EveningRants, get 10% off, and get you some Alchemy so you can be prepared for gluttony season and you don't gain that 10, 15, 20 extra pounds, because you'll be able to avoid the sugar demon all holiday season long.